Good morning. Welcome to our daily devotion. It is Thursday, May 20th. I forgot the tripod now at the youth group last night. I've been moving my phone around trying to get the best angle. When I put it over here, the light above me shines. So bear with me, okay? Had a great night last night at Crash. Morning, Serena. Had a great night at Crash. Everybody returned. There was 19 of us there, the youth group, which was awesome. Morning, Mary. So appreciate our youth there, and they continue to grow. That's the amazing part. We're in Matthew chapter 22. Interesting scriptures this morning. Very interesting. Let me read them to you. Then the Pharisees went out and laid plans to trap him in his words. They sent their disciples to him along with the Herodians. Teacher, they said, we know you are a man of integrity, and that you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. You aren't swayed by people because you pay no attention to who they are. Tell us then, what is your opinion? Is it right to pay taxes to Caesar or not? But Jesus, knowing their evil intent, said, you hypocrites, why are you trying to trap me? Show me the coin used for paying the taxes. They brought him a denarius, and he asked them, whose portrait is on this? And whose inscription? Caesar's, they replied. Then he said to them, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's. When they heard this, they were amazed, so they left him and went away. Interesting scripture. Good morning, Grace. Interesting scripture. Pharisees tried to trap Jesus again. Verse 17, should we pay our taxes or not? I bet you asked that question a lot. We all see how wasteful our government can be sometimes. Listen, our national debt, I just looked it up, our national debt is $28 trillion. $28 trillion. Oh my goodness, a trillion is 1 million times $1 million. It's just 1 trillion. So the million is a lot of money, but imagine 1 million times 1 million. Not 1,000 times 1 million, not 100 times 1 million, but 1 million times 1 million for 1 trillion, and we're 28 trillion in debt. That's an exorbitant amount of money. Just an exorbitant amount of money. If we ran our households the way the politicians run our government, we would all be bankrupt. Morning, Lily. It was great having your son last night. He's kind of a shy boy, but I hope he enjoyed it. I'm praying that he comes back again. We had open sharing at the end, and quite a few of the boys shared about how excited they were for him being there. So it's no wonder Americans don't want to pay any more taxes than they have to. We see how our politicians can be very wasteful. Imagine if Collision was as far in debt as our government is. Those of you that attend a Collision, that support Collision, imagine if we were far in debt. I bet it would be hard for you to continue tithing to the church knowing that the money was being wasted. You would probably end up leaving the church. So this is why the Pharisees asked Jesus whether they should pay their taxes or not. I love Jesus' answer. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, pay your taxes, and then give to God what is God. Pay what you owe God also. I'm going to read something here in Romans chapter 13. It says, everyone must submit themselves to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except for which God has established. The authorities that exist have been established by God. Consequently, those who rebel against authority are rebelling against what God has instituted, and those who do so will bring judgment on themselves. God is saying that He's the one that established. Let me see what Lelia say. Okay, good. Well, yeah, he got a chance to play. Lily got a chance to play pool with a few of the boys, so I'm sure he'll start feeling more comfortable. It was great having him. So God established government. God expects us to pay our taxes. Listen to verse 6 and 7 now. This is also why you pay taxes. For the authorities are God's servants who give their full time to governing. Give everyone what you owe them. If you owe taxes, pay taxes. If revenue, then revenue. If respect, then respect. If honor, then honor. Interesting, isn't this now? Interesting. I'm sure you have probably, I know you've seen people that have criticized different politicians. Maybe you have criticized certain politicians. Well, God is telling us here that he wants us to honor and respect them. One of the commandments is for children to honor and respect their parents. And he said, and when you obey that one, it says there's rewards from God, that you will live a long life and that you will have a good life if you respect your parents. I've taught your children that many times in the youth groups. Well, now God comes along and says to us now, us adults now, he's saying the same thing. He's saying, honor and respect your government officials, otherwise you will bring judgment on yourself. Holy smokes. Interesting, isn't it? Interesting. Probably never thought of that before. And maybe the ones that need to hear this message are not watching this message. It's easy to be critical. It's so easy to be critical. Hard to support. Hard to support. I know that statistics say that at least 70%, could be as high as 90% of Americans don't trust their politicians. That's sad. That is sad. We're the ones that elect them. We're the ones that put them into office. So it's easy to be critical. But God is telling us that if we do, those who rebel against the authority are rebelling against what God has instituted, and those who do so will bring judgment on themselves. Boy, those are strong words. They will bring judgment on themselves. So it's just like if you have children that don't obey you, then they lose that reward that God is talking about. Because he says, if you do honor, respect your parents, then he says, then I will reward you with a long life and a good life. Now, is that just words, or is that a real promise from God? It's a real promise. It's in his word. It's a real promise from God for your children. Well, now he's coming back to us now. Now he's coming back to us and saying, if you don't honor and respect your government officials, you will bring judgment on yourself. Strong words, isn't it? So what did Jesus say? Pay your taxes. Pay them. Then he also says, give to God what is God's too. You pay your taxes, pay your tithes. This is from God's mouth, not mine. And I was excited. Scripture says tithes and offerings. I was excited at Sunday at church at Collision, our first time together. And we had quite a crowd there. It was at least 100 people in the sanctuary. So far, it's been $3,055 that was given, that was special for our special offering. Remember, God says, brings your tithes and offerings. Well, the offering was over $3,000 for Good Samaritan Mission in India. Is that incredible or what? We had one person, and I don't want to name names because it takes the reward away from them. One person gave $1,500. And it's not like that person is wealthy. It's not like that person has money to just give away. The video that he saw touched his heart, and he gave $1,500. And he told me this. He says, tell them to buy shovels. Because he saw Prakash when he was digging the grave with his pan to dig up dirt. And it touched him. And he says, gosh, help them so that they can at least have shovels to dig the graves. So God expects us to pay our taxes, and he expects us to support our church. and and things that you touch your heart where you can give offerings also. I hope this spoke to you. If this meant something to you, share it. Please share this video. Good morning, Liz. Morning, Marcy. Share this video if it meant something to you. God bless you all. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning for our next daily devotion. Have a great day.